Hey y'all, welcome to my lesson on slurs. And specifically today we're going to be talking about ascending slurs, often called hammer-ons. Now, if you don't know what a slur is a way of playing a note with the left hand. Normally we would refer to our right hand as the playing hand, and the left hand just assists through the fretboard. However, here, the left hand is actually playing a note. So I'm just going to play two notes here, G and A, repeating. But first I want you to look at my right hand as I do it. Notice when A plays, I don't actually play that note with my right hand. So now look at my left hand. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just pressing down with a little bit of extra force to make that sound. And it does take a little bit of force, it's a little bit of strength that you build up, but it's not so hard. So when you're first learning slurs, I'm going to recommend that you play these two notes, G and A, and just play them repeatedly like this. But notice this, my rhythm is completely even. Every note is just following one after the other. It's not like this, something uneven. I think just about 100% of players, when they first start doing slurs, are uneven at first if they're not careful. And so if you want to learn slurs a bit faster and be ahead of the curve, really listen for that even rhythm, okay? So not this, but even rhythm. If it helps, you can even play along with me here. The key is to just focus on the timing of the left hand. It's the left hand that rushes because you feel like you have to put in so much force. It excites you and makes you rush, okay? Once you feel good about that, you can try some different notes. B and C, for instance. Now it's with the index finger. E and F sharp. E and G. And I'm actually going to recommend that on the 3rd fret with slurs, you use the ring finger. The ring finger is just a bit stronger, a bit more coordinated. Now, it's crucial that you also get good with the pinky, so you may want to try that as well. But notice, it's instantly a lot harder. Even for me here, I'm noticing that that's a bit more challenging there. So you always want to make it easy on yourself when you're doing guitar. That's really it in terms of how you do a hammer-on. You also want to practice between two fingers as well, so C to D. Just keep that index finger down the whole time as you do it. You can do G to F sharp to G. It's a little bit harder when you need two fingers to make a slur, but we need to do all of this stuff correctly. So that's really it in terms of how to do a slur. It's pretty simple, but getting good at them is not necessarily an instant thing. And something I'm going to recommend is a really comprehensive exercise where you just hit every combination of slurs. And this is also a fun chance to play on a bit higher frets. So let's go to the 7th fret, okay? On 1st string. This will all be on 1st string. Put your index finger there. And for this exercise, the index will always play on 7th fret. Middle finger will play on 8th fret. 3rd finger, ring finger, will play on 9th fret, and the pinky, the 4th finger, will play on the 10th fret, okay? So I'm going to be referring to these fingers by their numbers. It'll be a little bit easier. So remember finger 1, finger 2, finger 3, and finger 4. All right, so the first one is going to be between 1 and 2. And repeat it 4 times. Then you're going to go 1 and 3. Then you're going to go 1 and 4. And you don't have to pause in between. You can go straight through, but you can pause. It's really up to you. And if it's difficult, I would recommend pausing. But once you get it, you can try going straight through like this. So those are all the combinations with the index finger, with finger 1. Now we're going to start with finger 2. So index can come off the string. And it'll be 2 and 3. And then just one more, 2 and 4. And then we have the last one, the hardest one, 3 and 4. all these combinations because you'll encounter every single one of these combinations. In fact, once you get to more advanced music, you may have to just do all of these in the course of one piece, and you don't want that to feel like a huge deal. And if you do this sort of practice, it won't. It'll just be natural, and eventually slurs become your friends because they allow you to play a bit faster. You know, if you want to play, let's say, E, F sharp, G. The key to being able to do that fast is slurs. You don't have to coordinate both hands as much. So slurs are definitely your friend. And in fact, with this exercise, start to build speed, you know? Try to get a bit faster. Always stay relaxed. Slurs take a little bit of force, so you have to focus even more on being relaxed. But you do want to build speed. That's really one of the main nice things about slurs. Really the two main things is that they help you play faster and they have a nice smooth sound. You know, let's go back to G and A. If I play like this and my right hand plays every note, it can be a little bit detached, disconnected, or very just notey, like note, note, note. Every note sounds very articulate, but the slur is a bit smoother and nice. And so if you're trying to play legato, slurs can really be handy for that. All right, so as you're beginning your practice on slurs, just start with the first position notes. Don't even use 2 fingers at a time. But once you feel good about that, start hitting every combination up at the 7th fret. And you can work your way actually back down to the F and G. It's a little bit harder up here actually. So it's a fun opportunity and useful opportunity to play on these higher frets. All right, thanks for watching.